Hello everyone, Jeff from RespawnStudios.com back with episode 6 of Strongholds, and today will be Mission, another one of the regular difficulty maps, and we're going to jump right in. If you want to follow our strategy, we hold out at the bottom of the long side road and back in this corner, and we set up a turret in those two spots. This one turret on the side is actually pretty broken because it could shoot people all the way at the top of the street. And you might also want to lay down in that little building, which I showed you, if things ever get crazy. Well, it will once you get to the later rounds. And now jumping ahead a bit, Gino had bought a turret between rounds, and he's resetting it back up. And again, that turret's probably much more important than this one at the back, because it could shoot, again, all the way up to the top of the street. And I left this in because this is kind of like a typical round, anywhere from like wave 8 to like 28 aside from the epic juggernaut ones. But the enemies, if they spawn up top, either try and go around the long way, but usually they seem to double back, and almost all of them drop down onto that pipe. So when they're dropping down to the pipe or dropping down again, you have the free seconds just to shoot them. So this is another good reason to hold out down here, because they come down either through that area under the bridge, dropping onto the pipe, or down the long street where the turret can kill a lot of them or do a lot of damage. Alright, now here we are in skipping ahead, way ahead to 24. Again, it's easy to get through 15 on any map. This is with 3 choppers, and I'm trying to take out the closest one to us. That's to preserve our riot shield squad guys, because they're always like idiots when it comes to choppers, and they're always able to take out another one but just by shooting it. I think Gino was shooting it too. And I'm also back with Gino. This is awesome. So again, focus on these dogs as quickly as you can. Make sure they're not killing your guys, the riot shield squad guys, which are also idiots when it comes to dealing with dogs. And also make sure they're not killed when they're right next to a turret, because the explosion can often blow up the turret. And then you just want to deal with enemies as they come. There's another dog, just making sure it keeps back from the turret. When it comes down to just a couple enemies left, you can really go after them. It's probably not the best idea once you get to these mid to late 20s, because the enemies do a lot of damage. So if 2 of them are shooting you, you can go down pretty quickly. But we actually got quite, well, I don't know if it's lucky or we just are used to playing, so we know better strategies. But we actually, none of us went down. We didn't even have to use a self-revive until wave 32, where I died between wave 32 and wave 33 totally randomly. I guess it was a claymore, but I wasn't even weak, I don't think. Alright, so just to go over some tips that I haven't really got to before. One of the things we often do is count how many guys we have, the riot guys, between rounds. And we try and see their names when they first drop, so we could identify which ones are ours, so we know who needs to go buy riot shield squad guys, depending on how many we have and if we see our guys' names. Also, I think I buy it right here. Body armor is very, very good, especially on these more wide open maps where you'll be taking a lot of gunfire, and you'll that will eat up a lot of the shots. So it takes obviously longer for you to become weak in the first place, and then when you are, you could just retreat. Just try not to use your self-revives. And again, we somehow got to wave 32 without having to use a self-revive, when in a lot of the other videos we had to keep buying them. I only had to buy one time, but then we actually died in the next wave because we were sort of disoriented. We didn't have enough time to get back, and it just got ugly with juggernauts. I didn't have a predator missile because I had to buy the self-revive. So again, just to recap, there's a couple little things. Definitely in these more wide open maps, try to have body armor. You'll probably have to buy it every one of these late rounds, because it does get shredded up pretty fast, but it is definitely worth having. And anytime you're weak, blinking red, just back up, so you're not going to go down. Only use the self-revive when you absolutely have to. Try and conserve it as long as you can. And then with the riot shield squad guys, anytime you call them in, try and see the 3 guys that are dropped off, which ones... Well, I'm sounding like an idiot now. I'm already losing my train of thought. When Your riot shield squad guys are dropped off. Make sure you see which 3 names are the guys you called in, so you know when they're dead and when you have to go buy more. So here I'm running to buy more body armor. And I don't know if I mentioned it before, I'm getting confused with all my videos. You're probably trusting me less and less, haha. But at that grenade one, anytime that you've used up flashbangs or frag grenades, it's a good idea to buy more between rounds. They're especially effective against juggernauts. You could always just flash a juggernaut, and they are always affected by it, and then just have a few more seconds to run away. If you're overwhelmed by, say, like 3 juggernauts and you just want to get out of that area, it's especially effective. Like if you use a couple flashbangs, like one, and then when they start to come out of it, your partner throws one as you're running away, and you can get to like the predator missile thing, because juggernauts never really run; they walk slowly. So you would probably have the time, if there aren't like still a ton of regular enemies, to get to the airstrike package area and buy a predator missile, and then as the juggernauts are trying to make their way to you, you could take them out with a predator missile. I've actually gotten lucky and gotten a few double kills on predators. On juvenile predators, lol. On juggernauts with a predator missile when they're trying to come after you. So it could be an effective strategy. So again, just keep cycling this area. The one turret watching the road is the most effective because, again, it could shoot all the way to the top of the road. Try and have body armor, especially in these later waves, because you're going to take a lot of damage. Just try and conserve your self-revives, both because they cost a lot of money, and if you have to buy them between rounds, you might have to sacrifice getting a predator or more riot shield squad guys by having to go to the grenade case to get the self-revive. So just try and play it as safe as possible. When we're weak, one of us just backs out, tells the other guy to go to that area just so we could recover our health, or we try and get behind some of our riot guys. Here I'm using a predator missile just because I had a lot of money to take out a bunch of these troops, because at this point, wave 32, they all do a lot of damage. But again, they're the same type of AI, because they drop onto the pipes and do the same double back strategies and everything. And it's kind of disappointing, because we got to the end of this wave without either of us ever having to use a self-revive. And then I die to I'm down to a claymore, so my self-revive's gone. And then the very next round is the round we die in. It was so bad. We both planned to go get predator missiles between rounds, because we knew it was either a chopper or juggernaut round coming up. But me having to go get the self-revive really crippled us right here, because not having predator missiles to take out the juggernauts really got us boxed in and we couldn't get out. There were still so many regular enemies too. Predators could have also helped take out a couple regular enemies as we took out a jug, as they all swarm you in the later rounds. So unfortunately this is our last round, but again, body armor, self-revives, keeping track of your riot shield squad guys, and the turret road placement are the big things to consider as you're going for your epic runs in this map. So here I don't have a self-revive, but I'm just trying to make sure this turret's protected so it could start to eat some of the juggernaut shields, but it's already down because I think a juggernaut's coming through that way. Now Gino had gone down. I'm trying to retreat, but there's a juggernaut. I'm trying to run away. I probably should have gone in that building. There I was able to kill a guy, which automatically self-revives you. But unfortunately, there were just so many guys left that I couldn't get away. I was trying to make my way up to get a predator missile, but I hope those tips helped. And as always, thank you for watching.